regarded as probably in the top 2 quickest bowlers in WA indoor cricket. And Andy Bottega says, I'll have some of that, thanks very much. Puts him to the back net for a very valuable 5 runs. Just sent that one down leg side again. Just a little bit loose with his action here. Perhaps that Sunday morning chill, Brad.
Yeah, there's a few of the guys that have rocked up this morning not looking in the best shape. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I heard rumours of a certain someone's Bucks party last night.
Yep, there were a few guys rocked up this morning, a little bit sad and sorry, but they're out on the field at the moment, so we'll see how they pull up later in the games.
Oh, there's an edge. Oh, and another. Oh, yes. Another screaming catch there. Point fielder, it's Doigie, Steve Russell there.
Yeah, one of the old boys
winding back the clock.
Supporting the old boys.
Sticks out the left bit, and in it goes. So, oh, yes. Of course, in indoor cricket, you can do things the night before and still pull off catches like that. But despite the criticism one might get from going out on a night like that before a big day like this, we've come a long way since the days of David Boone. And how many was it on the flight? 52, something...
something crazy like that.
It's a world record. Most cans on a... not transatlantic flight, was it? Was it England to Australia, I think?
I think it was.
13-hour flight. Oh, geez. Kerry O'Keefe too. A few stories. 7 runs on the board for Team Nicko. Ben McGilvray into bowl. Andy Bottega there, just a few inches short of getting over the very tall Kim Forrest. They'll take the single though, no hesitation on the run. Louis Crawford on strike. Oh, lovely shot. That is textbook indoor cricket. A little bit of width there from Ben McGilvray. He'll probably be upset with himself. That's an easy 2 for most of the guys playing here today. A little bit of banter between non-striker and the 2-line fieldsman there. I think they play together on a regular basis, and he's going to let it go. Andy Bottega knows it. He walked behind that one, and it was within limits. Second ball has been called. Score must change.
Solid shot there. Yep. Played it away nicely.
Great shot. Tempted him with another short one there. There was a half opportunity for a tap between the 2 front court fieldsmen there, of course. Paul Wilson, great leg side fielder. Oh, right in the block hole. Lovely stuff that, Ben McGilvray. A good over, and that's 12 on the board after 3 overs. Of course, they are batting for a total of 5 overs per pair, not the 4 that we're used to. So they've got a couple to go.
First ball of this over is going to be second ball rule, so they're going to have to run or have to have the score changed.
So and they'll probably get a reminder too. Of course, these players are not used to it. No one's used to a second ball call at all here. I think you find the umpires is just going to be just reminding the batsman every time it is a second ball. Zaid Reynolds Harris from the Guildford, formerly Guildford Club. Just in a little short there, just a single. Yeah, to swing at it. Bottega's in a mood. He is, of course, one of the premier opening batsmen in both forms of cricket, indoor and outdoor, in Western Australia. Oh, peach. Missed stumping opportunity, perhaps. I think Jimmy Groves looked upset that he's dropped that one. His gloves hit the zinger bails there, and Louis Crawford might have been in the air momentarily. Never mind. It is second ball, and he's popped behind for another single. There we go. Andy Bottega unhappy with himself, and regulation dismissal there, would you say, Brad?
Yeah, nice easy catch, top net, side net, and straight into the hands.
Yep, took it down low. We've seen 3 of those now. That one probably fractionally higher than the first 2. But very good indoor cricket skills on show here. Poor shot by Andy Bottega. He's still cursing himself. Score on 9.
Great shot there.
Yeah, lovely shot. He's played a few of those. Louis Crawford. He's he's in the right frame of mind. I think possibly a deliberate coaching move here to give Andy a bit of a licence to swing. He is well known for it. And Louis Crawford just to keep the twos ticking over, would you say, Brad?
Absolutely. Andy's had a couple of nice ones come off the middle of the bat there, but we'll see what happens going into the last over on 11 runs. I think you might see them try and hit a couple here.
You reckon? If there's any direction coming from the bench there, doesn't appear to be. Captain Mark Rice and Coach Nick DeGrease just staying in the back, just seeing how things develop. They're probably talking about what does and doesn't work here, and they're bringing on one of their premier bowlers in Steve Russell here, choosing not to go with any power plays. Now, that's 2 there. His batsman's caught her on the way through. It's been given. No need to remind the umpire. He doesn't miss much, old Woz Cochran. But for those who perhaps haven't noticed the additional TV screen in the top right-hand corner of the vision here, that is your third umpire playback screen. Recently, the owners here installed third umpire cameras on all courts and gives the players, even midweek cricketers, the opportunity for a couple of reviews, mostly of run-outs, of course, and instant playback on the screen. So we might see that one come into play today as well. That's a lovely shot.
Solid over from the batters here. 2 runs every ball. Another 2 there.
I think Louis Crawford was expecting it. Over's been called, and that is the pair. That course last ball was super ball for 4 runs. Brad, talk us through that pair.
Yeah, it's a couple of wickets in there, but I think come out on 23 at the end of that. It's a solid start for the team. I think, it's going to get them off to quite a good start. We've got Scotty Brown and Cruz coming in.
Yep, a couple of Seamer boys here. Mix of youth and experience.
Yes, we can't say young and old.
No. Oh, well, young at heart all the way. But just to give you a little bit of background, perhaps I'll take Cruz and you can take Scotty. Cruz Harbour is one of the up-and-coming stars of the game. I think he's only 17 years old, 16, 17 years old. I remember seeing him as a 12-year-old and thinking to myself at the time, watch this kid, he'll play for Australia one day. He is one of the most disciplined. In fact, it's a disciplined pair, isn't it, really, when you think of Scotty Brown. He's been around for a long time. You'll see a lot of down-ups for 2 here, not a lot of silly shots, and a great deal of composure no matter who's batting here, and hopefully another consolidating pair. 23 is a good score, isn't it, really? For the first pair, Absolutely. It's a good score in the format of this game, as we have got Jacob Henneberry, of course, coming back on the bowl again.
Is there a third umpire? Asking.
And that's it out there. Run out. Scotty Brown a little bit short getting in. Boys will just have to restart.
Apologies for that brief absence, folks. Just double checking that the teams indeed will have third umpire reviews at their disposal today. So any close run-out decision can be challenged by the captain of either team. And a quick replay puts that one to bed without any unnecessary emotion. Cruz Harbour to face his first ball here. Wears it on the legs, but a great call from Scotty Brown.
Going to put you on the spot here again, Stevie. How many challenges are they going to get today?
Well, the usual number in any of the midweek and Super League games is 2, just like you would expect in the outdoor version of the game. 2 unsuccessful challenges. Now, of course, just to elaborate further on that, if the footage is inconclusive, perhaps a player's blocking the camera or something, the umpire's call will remain and the challenging team will not lose their review. If it's conclusive and the reviewing team was wrong, they will lose that review. And once those 2 are gone, that is it. Now, it is 2 per innings, so you will get 2 as a fielding side and 2 to review as a batting side. Now, I did miss the wicket there. What happened? We're on -1, so we had a catch, a run out?
No, we had a run out right at the start there. Scotty was just short of his crease coming up to the bowler's end.
Sign of experience, perhaps. Scotty Brown, of course, a legend of WA cricket, having represented WA at the Opens and Masters levels countless times. One of the best pairs of hands at the back net that WA probably ever produced. Great read off the back net for those catches. So we see JJ coming back in for another over here. I suspect he's probably one of the 4 that might be bowling the extra overs.
You would think so, Stevie.
I mean, really looking at the players on the field, it's hard really to pick conclusively who they are going to be, and it's probably going to be a different person every game. Lovely shot there by Scotty Brown. No problems there at all. But looking at the 8 that are on the field, and of course we must remember there are a couple reserves off the field. So to figure out who's not on at the moment. Tristan Emmerich is on the bench, I believe. That's a great little nick behind. And great catch by Jimmy Groves. Of course, Craig Rookyard's the other one currently off the court. Well, if it were me from this team that's on the court at the moment to bowl the extra overs, I'd probably have to go Steve Russell. Yeah, direct hit and he's gone here, but he's missed out. Speaking of field placements, and this is just, again, one man's opinion, but I did notice that the choice of back net fielder, and again, most of the guys can do the job, but interesting to not see Ben McGilvray up there. He has performed that role a number of times at his home club.
Scotty Brown with a beautiful down up again.
Speaking of back net fielders. High fives all around here. The score hasn't gone anywhere. We're still sitting on 0, which is, as we predicted earlier before the game, more likely to be a fielder's game than a batter's game. It's we haven't even seen a power play yet, and coaches come to the side net here. I suspect they sniff a weakness. Do you reckon we might see a bowling power play here?
Well, we've got Paul Gass Williams, the new #1 draft pick, replacing Clint Hinchcliffe. He's got about 30 different variations of balls that he bowls.
I wonder if he's...
So you see each ball here will be completely different.
Wonder if he's well oiled up for this. Scotty Brown, of course, would have seen Gass quite a few times. Midweek competition, here he comes.
Nice down up again from Scotty. Easy 2.
Good bit of pace. Paul Wilson, of course, coming off a shoulder injury from last year. He looks to be fully fit, though, which is a good sign. There's that first variation in there, and there's a great fielding there. Jacob Hennebury just flicks it back to the keeper, manages to collect 100% of Cruz Harbour. Connell diving back into his ground, prevents the wicket. Oh, it's another beautiful variation. Oh dear, narrowly misses the stumps on that attempt. What's he doing? Is it back of the hand? Is it
bit of everything?
It's a bit of a knuckleball there. Oh, it's lovely. That's lovely.
Got to take that off your own bowling. There you go. Well done.
It doesn't appear that they've taken a bowling power play here.
No, it might have been a good one to take off Gass's over.
Scotty Brown caught out by the extra bounce, which is trademark of Paul Wilson's change up there. See what Cruz Harbour Connell can do here. Oh,
there's another one.
The edge again. That's beautiful bowling. Beautiful bowling. Cruz Harbour Connell had no idea on that occasion. Scratching his head still, wondering, what do I have to do to get bat on ball here? So difficult from this angle. We're right in the corner to see what sort of sideways movement we're getting, but you and I, having both faced Gass many, many times, can speak of the kick, and I think that's just come to the fore on all 3 of those wickets.
Played against him on Friday night, and every ball that he bowled was completely different to the previous.
Yep.
Don't get any sort of rhythm when Gass is bowling.
And it looks like we have a bowling power play. They have sensed a weakness. There's blood in the water. And is it going to be Jacob Hennebury? Okay, so this is obviously one of the bowlers. Having bowled twice already, you suggest they're going to bowl Jacob 4 times in this game. Left arm over the wicket. Good deal of pace. Oh, lovely shot.
Yeah, again,
lovely shot.
Lovely down up from Scotty Brown again.
Yeah, bread and butter that one. Full and wide. Pace not troubling Scotty Brown there as he takes the easy 2. And here's all the pressure on Cruz Harbour Connell. What can he do? Oh, it's played missed. Cut him in half.
Second ball, wickets neg 10. Let's see what happens here.
Come on, Cruz. Move your feet, mate. Get to it. Don't block and run. Oh, bread and butter.
There you go.
Poor delivery there. Free scored.
Yeah,
fantastic shot.
Great shot.
Bowler erring on that occasion with a nice juicy full toss. Oh,
there you go.
Oh,
Maximo.
God.
Lovely 7.
Did you hear the arms of the clock creak when that one was wound backwards? Scotty Brown, just a gentle little nudge to the back net for 5. Oh, beautiful.
Wasn't giving that a 2 there.
He's given it a 2. I think if the tape gone all the way up to the top, it might have been an interesting call. I think he found the V between the elastics there, but 2 given by the umpire. Nice early call and a fantastic over.
Yeah, great
from
over.
Team Nicko. I think that was...
Especially when it's on the bowling power play to come out with that score is a fantastic result.
I think, is that 14 from the over? No, it can't be. Hang on. Were they -7, -5 before that over? They come out on 7, and they've got 2 to go. And they're bringing back Paul Wilson. Of course they are. Yeah. Of course they are. The gas man comes back to finish off what he started. And over earlier, of course, 2 for -7. The veteran. Here he comes. Oh. Lovely movement through the air. I don't care what angle you're on, folks. If you couldn't see that one drift, I'd suggest you adjust the focus on your TV screens. That was a peach. Oh. Follows up with a watermelon. It's okay. Of course, being the final over of the pair, that will be rebowled. Oh, lovely delivery. And a tap. Wade Reynolds-Harris in the front corner there. Opportunity.
Here we go.
Scotty Brown was out. Second ball. Oh,
great
look at
catch.
that. What a catch.
Wow.
Oh, it's got it all, hasn't it?
One-hander.
What else would you expect from, let's face it, folks, the best players in WA from multiple generations? Zaid Reynolds-Harris on that occasion sticking out the mitt with 0.001 of a second reaction time, and he's still smiling. Can't quite believe he's taken it, but lovely bowling by Paul Wilson there. Oh, look, he's just targeting that thigh, isn't he? That upper left thigh, every single delivery, swinging in. It's beautiful. It's textbook bowling. Final ball, super ball. What can Cruz do? Finds gap. 4 valuable runs scored, nearly doubling the score there. And they walk out on 10 runs. Possibly slightly disappointing, but in the context of a game, it's still early days. We still quite haven't got the picture of what a competitive score will be in a game that's, let's face it, going to be dominated by the bowlers, and it weren't for 4 very high-quality catches, or should we say maybe 2 regulation catches and 2 absolute blinders. Zaid Reynolds-Harris there with the one-hander at short range, probably being the difference in this game so far.
Also looks like Paul Wilson's just been subbed out after a great spell, gone 3 for -4 against that pair. So
he's gone straight for the refreshments by the look of it. Sucking in the big ones. Or he's got something else. No, he's just...
He's done his
job. He's okay. Oh, well, look, there are 10 players in the rotation, so that would see a welcoming to the ground of Craig Rookyard. And Tristan's looks like he's going to be doing some batting today by the look of it. Craig Rookyard, of course, another veteran of the Striker Indoor Sports Club, Striker Leeming. And I reckon he's won 3 or 4 MVPs for men's B grade competition. And paid his fair share of A grade, of course. Very good bowler and a solid batsman. Kim Forrest comes in for his second over. Absolute bullet.
Maybe they're resting gas to come on for his 3rd and 4th overs at the end there.
Quite possibly. He's probably the pick of the bowlers so far, to be fair. It's a lovely shot. Of course, the batsman we have to run you through is Cale O'Brien, Pumba, and Declan Crowder. Carl from Striker Indoor Club and Declan Crowder from the Bouncer Indoor Sports Centre. Just down leg side again for his third wide from 2 overs. Kim Forrest just spraying a couple here. Another one. And of course, they're all being re-bowled, folks. Every wide, every no ball in every over will be re-bowled. No one. You can't hide any bowlers here. Just the one there. Good fielding there in the front court. Keeping that off the net. Declan Crowder, of course, actually fair to say, Cale O'Brien as well. Multiple representations. What's happened there?
The flash of Bales. Single Bales are flashing there, but nothing's happened.
Nothing's happened. I think it's just, it obviously was very, very close to set the sensor off on the bail, but of course it didn't come off the stumps. It is second ball. Failing to score there means they must score here. Oh, yes, front foot, lovely. And had that attempt from Kim Forrest hit the stumps, I think we might have seen our first review of the evening, but
it's a great start.
Yeah, it's a great start. That's 12 runs, 6 of which came in wides. So very expensive there from one of the fastest bowlers we have here at the Indoor Bash tournament in Kim Forrest. He won't be happy with himself, but it's just the first game of many today, so he'll probably come back nice and strong somewhere. So very good result there for the batting side. 12 runs off the first over and 4 to go. And it appears that Zaid Reynolds-Harris, Craig Rookyard running up to the back, he's going to take the sticks. And Zaid Reynolds-Harris for his first over this morning will be bowling to Carl O'Brien. Just off the mark there slightly.
5 more to come.
Yep. He sprayed another one. See, perhaps just falling over himself a little bit there. That's line, not swing, but changing direction now, making the necessary adjustments. Better line there from the bowler, just the one. Safe down up for a single there from Kyle O'Brien. Declan Crowder, of course, a much taller batsman, so he's going to be able to get on top of those sorts of deliveries. Yes, lovely shot.
Another easy 2. Ooh, a little bit of a spill in the middle there.
Yeah, fireworks of a different kind. Of course, these fellas all know each other, play with each other. Just to remind everyone, of course, it was a draft night held earlier in the year, so you see Pumba put one to the back net for another 5 runs. The draft night, of course, allowing the captains and coaches to choose any player from any club in order, of course. And just looking at it here, Kyle O'Brien, let's have a look. He came in at pick number 34. Declan Crowder, pick number 23. The way these two are batting right now would suggest their value to be a little higher than that. Comparatively speaking, Cruz Harbour-Connell from the second pair, pick number 26. Scotty Brown, pick number 31. Oh. Right. Now there's an interesting choice of shot. Not an overly challenging delivery. Well short of a length, and he's just put it down for a dot ball. He's taken the... Well, he hasn't taken anything. He's given his partner a second ball to face.
I think they'll be feeling pretty confident, Stevie. 26 off the first 2 overs. So
indeed. Of course, Team Hully have already used their bowling power play. They spent that one on Jacob Hennebury. And if I'm not mistaken, the over went for a bit. It was 12 or 14 runs or something. So it's definitely advantage Team Nicko at the moment based on the first 2 overs from these two. 26 runs. Oh, no. Mix up there in the field. Threaded the needle. Or should I say, the needles parted. And the ball went through. Lovely shot there from Moses. I'm sorry, from Declan Crowder there.
It is Sunday morning, so the religious reference, Steve.
Well, why not? Why not? It's a game of the gods. Jimmy Groves, of course, with the ball in hand, has sprayed one down the side. And a wide this time, outside off. Nice early call from Kyle O'Brien there, and the guys are just going, keep feeding, fellas. 35 runs, if you can believe it, folks. Full toss, well fielded there. Ben McGilvray.
Held up in the air nicely to get them time to run through.
Yeah, you know, just realise they're a very tall team, Team Hully, aren't they? Only Kim Forrest, Ben McGilvray, Jacob Henneberry, even Craig Rookyard, Doigie, JJ. These guys are all over 6 foot. And by comparison, Kyle O'Brien. Not sure if that was a 1 or a 2 there.
Two? It was a two,
Yep,
Steve.
Yep. No. Came off the toe of the bat very quickly, and 2 given. Team Hully are going to need to pull a rabbit out of the hat here. They need a wicket to stem the flow, and that's just too easy.
Has that hit the side?
Just scored there.
Just hit the side, yeah. So.
And speaking of hitting the side, has Jacob Henneberry possibly found the pillar or the wall there? He just winced a bit getting up off that, or maybe just unhappy with his efforts to keep it off. So 43 runs off the first 3 overs.
Got 2 to go.
And a batting power play up their sleeve if they so choose to. Now, we haven't seen a batting power play yet, of course, Brad. This is the first game. But if it were you, would you take the opportunity to maybe target one of the so-called weaker bowlers? Of course, the fielding team has to choose their bowler before the batters can choose to take the batting power play. Would you have a crack and try and score 20, 25 runs, or do you take 5 down-ups, 2 each, put 20 on the board?
I don't know if you'd really have a weaker bowler here, Stevie, so I think you'd
that's the thing.
go with the batters that are in form. These guys seem to be hitting the ball really well. Yeah. Just take the power play off these guys because they seem to have a great rhythm. They're getting the ball to the side net and the back net.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I think based on how they're hitting it, well, I don't think it can be the last over either, can it?
It can't be the last over of the game, that is correct. But you are quite right. Is there such a thing as a weak bowler when you've got this calibre of players on the court? You would have to, I think the coaches have taken care of that during the selection, pick guys that can all obviously bowl. But if someone's having an off day, and we've just seen another leg side here from Ben McGilvray, that perhaps targeting someone's second over after having seen their first might be the tactic. Of course, wide and leg sides are going to be worth double in the batting power play over, and we're seeing more leg side bowling here. This is very uncharacteristic. Zaid Reynolds-Harris with a bit of emotion as he sends that one back up to Craig Rookyard at the top sticks. 48 on the board. 3 to go. A little edge there.
Team Hully just struggling to get a wicket at the moment.
Yep. Lady Luck has deserted them and is now batting for Team Nicko there. A little outside edge would have been caught in the first 2 pairs, but not on this occasion. And under the circumstances, nothing wrong with a single. They don't need to risk anything, these two. They're batting beautifully. 50 runs on the board with 1 ball to go in the 4th over of this pair. Another single to round the over out. 51 on the board. That is 29 to Kyle O'Brien and 22 to Declan Crowder. And Kyle O'Brien, of course, a first-grade outdoor batter. Club escapes me at the moment, but certainly very, very capable with the bat. And these two not really giving Team Hully much to feed off, Brad.
Just having a look across the other court, Stevie, it's 86 at almost the same point of the game versus 84 over here, so getting a bit of an idea of what good batting looks like.
I think we are. Probably looking around that 30 a pair, which is your indoor cricket standard. Anyone who's ever played under the great Rod Chilcott would know that the expectation for the 8-a-side regular game, where you're batting 4 overs of 6-ball over cricket, is 34. That's 2 dots to a ball, and there's a wicket. All I had to do was mention Rod Chilcott, and the wheels came falling off. They're not quite falling off. I think they've just hit a little bit of a road bump there. Shot directly to the 2-line fielder, Ben McGilvray. All he had to do was not miss. Declan Crowder had overcommitted, backed up a little bit too far. That's a regulation dismissal for Team Hully, much needed. Oh, that's it.
Here we go.
Second attempt, and all of a sudden, back-to-back wickets.
We might have put the kiss of death on him, Stevie. We talked it up.
I might have put the mocha on. Speaking of mocha, can someone grab me a coffee, please? 1 sugar, a little bit of chocolate. Thank you very much. I noticed no one's running to get my coffee, but that's fine. We've got a break coming up at the innings where teams will huddle and we'll have a cuddle. He gets that one inside the line there. Called good. JJ really coming with the goods here. 2 very, very huge wickets to start the over, bring the score, which is still an excellent 41 runs. A little bit under control here. Wouldn't he love another? And they're going to get it too. If he can take a catch, he's put it down, unfortunately. Got some fingers to it. I think we had a very good look at that one, didn't we, Brad?
Right in front of us here is a little bit of a tough one. Not quite carrying.
Yep. Tight nets here at the SEMA Indoor Sports Club, but that one is a tough chance. I mean, sometimes you catch him, sometimes you don't. Not on this occasion. Would have been great if you had.
That's a great middle stump. He's excited about that one.
It's a Super Bowl wicket as well, of course. The score doubled on that occasion, so it's going to cost him 10 runs.
And it's the first chainsaw we've seen of the day.
Well, actually, has it cost him 10? The umpire still has. Oh, he's done it. He's fixed it now. He's just corrected it.
He's got a bit of a chainsaw as well. After
he
that.
Does. He's done a Brett Lee.
Chainsaw.
I think his band's playing in the halftime break as well. Not Brett Lee, Jacob Johnson's there. So a fantastic final over from Team Hully, getting them back into the game, bringing the score down from 86 to 68 with a 3-wicket, including Super Bowl over here. But
still to come out on 35 is a solid score.
It's an excellent score. They're in a pretty good position to post a strong total here, and of course we have 2 batters with quite different approaches, but capable of really taking it to anyone who bowls at them. It is Mark Rice and Ty Host. Mark Rice, of course, can hit anything to the back net, and if they need it, he's going to have a go. They have the batting power play up their sleeve. The big question will be, which one of these first 4 overs out of the 5, they cannot use the last over, which one of the first 4 overs are they going to target for the batting power play? And we see on the sidelines here, coach and captain Mark Hullett and JJ just having a little discussion as to who's it going to be and when are they going to use them?
Just think from a batting perspective, you wouldn't have seen a more experienced pair out of Ricey and Hopesy. I think there's not so many players that have played more games than these 2.
No. Is there a weakness, if anything, between these 2, mate?
Wouldn't have thought so, Stevie.
Brad just biting his tongue there. Probably a wise move, given that he's got a long-term commentary contract that he's looking at securing. But if he won't say it, I will. Ty Hope's there finding a nice
thick edge.
Thick edge for 2, thick inside edge there. But I think the fielding team might favour targeting the Ty Hope's end if for potential run-out. Probably perceived as ever so slightly being the less pacey of the 2 between wickets.
Less pacey?
I'm trying to use politically correct words here. Mark Rice gets a free 2 runs there with a wide. Jacob Henneberry just pushing it wide of the off-stump line. Oh, beautiful.
Great ball. Ooh.
Oh, and they got a pinch one.
Here we go.
Great awareness there from Ty Hopes.
The less pacey of the 2 called that.
Yes, he did.
Nice and quickly.
He did. Christ did well to keep that one out. Didn't really go too far, but he did wander out of his crease. And another leg side delivery. This is costly. We're going to have to add up these extras and see what it's cost Team Hully today.
Yeah, I think we spoke to Hully in between innings here. He wouldn't be too happy with how many wides the guys have bowled today.
Yep. And of course, in interesting development, we missed Tristan Emmerich has earned himself a cap. He's come on as a substitute fielder, I would say. I don't think he's going to be bowling 2 overs to this final pair, given that he's only just come on. So I would say he's a designated batter, as is Craig Rookyard. He will have to bat. Oh, hang on. He's picked up the ball. Is he going to have one here? No, JJ's going to have a bowl. He's taken the box out. So I think we've figured out that Tristan Emmerich and Craig Rookyard will have to bat a pair here. Jacob Johnson coming on to put the screws on. Are they debating the power play? They're not.
Not yet.
And why would you, having come off some minus 18 over? Yep, good line.
Second ball.
Full and wide. Jacob Johnson there. Ty Hopes decided to let it go. Thought he might get a wide call from the umpire. I think he was about 6 inches off. Second ball. It's lovely bowling, right on the legs. Ty Hopes just clips it for 2. Probably a little over pitch there from Jacob Johnson. Don't bowl that to Mark Rice. It's going to go. Oh, it's well bowled. Lovely length, lovely line there. Just cramping Mark Rice up for room. Collects him on the thigh. That's where to bowl, folks.
Hopes he's just signalled second ball here, so they're going to have to change the score.
I think you might see him take off nice and quick here. Yep.
Oh, great shot.
Yep. Over pitch, tiniest bit of width, and Mark Rice says, thank you very much. One of the best eyes in the game, Mark Rice. I've seen him destroy many a bowler. It doesn't matter how fast it is, doesn't matter how well it moves. If you bowl in the wrong spot, he will punish you. 4 runs, score on 14. Last ball, the over.
Leaves that for a wide.
Wasn't a wide, was it?
Yes.
Oh, dear me.
Another one.
Another one. Another one. We should have a bell. We should have a bell. Every time there's a wide, just ring the bell.
They might bring your mocker when you ring that as well.
I think I might be wearing the mocker if I had that bell. Oh, peach.
Great delivery.
Yep. Yep. Ty Hopes had not much of a clue about that one. Held his ground though, wore it on the legs, dot ball.
No, Ty would try and tell you that he deliberately wore that on the legs. He knew exactly what was happening.
No, everything Ty does is very intentional. Of course, when you can hit a ball and judge it right into that top wire as well as Ty Hopes has done throughout his entire illustrious international career, you don't need to be lightning between the wickets because you've got all day to wait for the ball to come down. He is a master at taking just enough pace off or putting pace on the ball in his down-up shots to not have to run like the wind. And, of course, he can tonk it too, if need be. So here we are, folks. We are in the 18th of 20 overs. There are 3 overs to go. This pair have 16 off 2, which is excellent. Score is on 84, and they have the batting power play up their sleeve, which they can elect to take as soon as they've seen who the bowler is. And the question is, who's left to bowl?
There's a bit of discussion going on down there, so is this going to be the power play?
Jacob Henneberry is coming on to bowl his 4th over. I think just a bit of discussion here as to who's bowled how many. Let's just run through that bowling rule again for us, mate, as to who can bowl what. I think it's that one there, Brad.
Where are we? We will have 6 players will bowl 2 overs and 2 players will bowl 4.
Okay, all right. I hope the coach hasn't stuffed up there and had 3 of his guys bowl 3. That could be an interesting dilemma for the umpire as to how he adjudicates that.
We're all learning here.
Yeah, no, we are. This is all new rules, folks. Indoor Bash 2023, new rules, new format. A lot to take in, a lot for the coaches to consider, and it is Steve Russell, Doigie, I think, bowling his 2nd over. I don't have the scorecard in front of me. Be his 2nd, is it?
I haven't seen. Yeah, definitely his 2nd over.
Don't believe they've taken the power play.
Great first.
Oh, they're going to pinch a single.
And look at that.
Oh, it was second ball. It was second ball. We forgot.
And the less paced person gets straight through there. Ty Hopes.
Well, an expensive fumble there by Jimmy Groves. Not the first time we've seen that from him. But, of course, to be excused, Riley Cameron would have been the man with the gloves today. Not that Jimmy Groves is any mug with the gloves, but unfortunately when you lose your '1 draft pick and your designated keeper, it's a little bit of a hurdle you've got to overcome. There's the 2 there from Ty Hopes. And 2 more here from Mark Rice, and an opportunity there. Tristan Emmerich just misses the tap. And it does appear they have taken the power play because that was given 4 by the umpire, of course.
There we go. There's 6, I think, there. I think that's 3. Doubles that to 6.
It is. You see 6 flashing on the scorecard. So we're going to really see the score rocket along here. Wicket, of course, will only cost them 5, so it's probably worth having a go. Oh, Mark Rice,
7.
there you go.
14.
Yep. Stepped up to him, put him to the back net, and that is 14 scored off that one delivery. An expensive over from Stevie Russell there. He's gone for at least 20. What was the score before that? Was they were on 16. They were on 16, so let's do the maths. 28 runs off the over. Holy cow, 28 runs. Most of those, of course, by Mark Rice.
Great decision to go the power play there.
Absolutely. Yep. They'd both seen him before. Stevie Russell, despite his considerable experience,
we're going to go to
spends most of his time in A grade.
We're going to go again here, Stevie. 44 runs with 2 to go.
Mm-hmm.
What's the
score?
Huge.
What's the score going to be?
We're going to see a 60.
Oh, I think we could see a 60 here. Unless one of these boys loses their head. Jimmy Groves is coming on, probably the other player they may have thought to target in a batting power play, which went to great effect for Team Nicko. Starts with a dot ball. Good bowling there by Jimmy Groves, right on the hip.
Nice easy 2 there.
Yep. Good line, just got the length a little bit wrong there, so
Mark Rice
regulation
moves the feet.
2. Yep. Gets front foot out the way, just bangs it past Tristan Emmerich. Building leg side there. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Keeper's got it.
Great fielding in the middle there. 0.
Sometimes you just got to stick the boot out. Overpitched.
Another 3 there.
I think he would have liked a back net there, Ty Hopes. Saw the eyes light up when that ball was coming in at 6 inches off the ground, full toss. He'll take the 3 though. Lovely bowling. Oh, they're going to pitch another one.
There we go.
Yeah.
There's a 50 on the board, Stevie.
There's another 50 runs on the board with an over to go from this pair. A little bit of complacency, a little bit of laziness perhaps creeping into the Team Hully fielding there. No one backing up on the throw. Did you notice there, Brad?
I know. I would have thought Hully might be yelling out from the sidelines there to get someone up the back.
So, count 'em, folks, that's 3 pinched runs from these 2. Very pacey stuff. Very pacey stuff.
Especially from Ty Hopes.
And JJ is going to bowl his 4th on here.
It's been an interesting one, Stevie, with the Super Ball at the end of this last over.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be re-bowled.
That's expensive. Oh, they're all expensive, of course. We've seen quite a few of these wides so far today from Team Hully, and we will be tallying them up for you in the break, just give you an idea of how many have actually
lovely down up from Ricey.
Gone down the wrong lane. I think they're going to eye off that 60. Excellent score on the board here, 122, considering they came in on 68. Fantastic batting from these 2. Oh my.
Score must change. Here we go.
Yep.
There's a wicket.
Regulation catch there. Ty Hope's going, well, we can afford to have a bit of a swing here. We'll just check in on the other court there. Team Rhino with 137 runs on the board. Playing against Team Font. So
still with an over and a half to go.
Cricket score happening over there. And a bit of a score here as well, 117 on the board. And let's not forget, after the first 2 pairs, they only had 33 on the board, and it was looking like it was going to be a bowler's game. Mark Rice electing to leave that one.
Well, Stevie, 60 is still possible here.
So, well, 60 is still possible, but is he going to risk the Super Ball wicket? Is he going to risk 10 to try and get 14? Let's have a look. He's going to take a free 2 runs. I think JJ sensed maybe a charge from Mark Rice as he did so eloquently to Stevie Russell during the power play. He'll still be looking to score some runs here. Just going to take the easy
4.
two. Yep.
Great partnership, 55.
Yep, there it is, folks. 55 runs from a couple of very experienced veterans of indoor cricket. It's high hopes. Fair to say would probably make a world 8, all-time world 8 in indoor cricket. Was one of the greatest players on the planet in his prime and can obviously still wield the bat. And let's not forget, he has a couple of overs to bowl as well. Quite possibly he might be one that bowls 4. High hopes, of course. Oh, sorry, you were going to say?
The bloke that he was batting with is no slouch either. Just hit 40 individually there, which
he did. Yeah, Mark Rice, a 2-time Australian representative, played for a couple of different states, New South Wales, I think at one point, South Australia at another, and now residing in Perth as captain the WA Open's men's side, and a couple of appearances there. So no slouch with the ball, no slouch with the bat. 123 runs are on the board after the first innings of game number 1 in the 2023 Indoor Bash, featuring the best players in W Indoor Cricket. I'm Steve Howell, joining you from the wonderful facilities here at SEMA Indoor Sports Cricket, joined in the commentary box by the intimidating Brad Phillips. Brad, what do you make of that first innings there from Team Nicko?
Well, I think Team Hully would have thought they had him on the ropes there after halfway through that batting pair. But,
indeed.
the batting innings there, but last 2 pairs scoring a total of 90 runs. It's a big fight back.
Indeed.
It probably couldn't have been, that second last pair being over 50 at one point in time, it could have been a bit worse. So, going up the 123 on the board there is a really solid start.
Regrettably, folks, we don't have a live look at the scorecard. We will get that at the end of the game, where one of the interesting things to be checking in on when we get the chance is a number of wides and leg sides that were bowled by Team Hully. It seemed, because they were all being re-bowled, not just the last over of each pair, but every over in the game, those wides had to be re-bowled and were often bowled. Again, as a wide, I think you'll find, I'm gonna say around 50 of those 123 runs would have been extras. Brad, your guess?
25.
25
wides, do you think?
I think, a total of wides and leg sides were nudging. Okay, you made me think about it now. 25 is a big number. Okay, we'll go 20. Around 40 of those runs.
I think that's fair.
Which is food for thought for the coach, Mark Hully. I wonder if we can get him over here for a quick word once the batting partnership begins. A little huddle in the middle of the court here. This whole time, we've neglected to mention the 2 players from Team Nicko that did not get an opportunity to bat on that occasion. The young Keegan Lynch, we see taking the court. He's going to be on the 2 line by the look of it. The young superstar, 15 years old, I believe he is, coming all the way from Bunbury in Western Australia. One of the great products of country cricket. He's another one of these up-and-coming superstars. Of course, the other person who didn't bat, so let's see if we can figure out, Chris Prescott, which is an interesting choice. Chris Prescott, probably the other one, along with Kim Forrest, vying for the fastest bowler in the tournament. And we have Louis Crawford to take the ball up for Team Nicko. First delivery, Zaid Reynolds-Harris on strike, takes himself a single. Batting with Jimmy Groves.
Ball called good. Oh, that's wide. Just a little bit outside the line there.
Get Hully over here.
Coach. We're just coaxing Coach Mark Hullett to come over.
That is out. What a run out that was.
Wow.
Great fielding in close.
And I have my head turned, so Brad, you're going to have to talk us through what happened there.
That was an amazing run out. Great pick up. Nice little flick onto the stumps there, and just caught short.
Go have a little chat with you. I want to have a little chat with you, if that's okay.
So an early wicket here for Team Nicko. It's a great start from them. Great little run out. They're the ones you need in this game. Zaid Reynolds-Harris just short of his ground on that occasion. Good bowling there by Louis Crawford, just cramping the batter up for room. Wow. Right in the block hole.
Taking your hands. Thanks, mate.
And special guest in the commentary box momentarily here. We have the coach of the batting side currently, Team Hully, Mark Hullett. How are you, Mark?
Good, Stevie. How are you?
Oh, not bad, mate. It's a very exciting cricket. Bit of a topsy-turvy innings, I would say you guys probably dominated with the ball for the first two pairs, and Bat dominating the second half of the game. 123 runs on the board, and a little bit of work to do from your team from here, mate.
Yeah, it's funny. It looks like it's a more aggressive game than usual. Everyone's running more because they have to with the second ball rule.
Yeah.
We bowl too many wides. We know that, but the boys are a bit rusty. Everyone's only played outdoor cricket for the last 6 months, and bowling with the shiny yellow rock, it's a bit harder.
Yeah.
But I think 100's going to be about where the scores settle over the day. This is just the first game, bit of rust.
Of course. Have you spoken to your players about how they should approach the batting side of things here? Do you tell them, for example, not to even worry about the second ball, and if it happens, well, you treat it like any other third ball situation?
Pretty much, yeah. We spoke on Friday night when we had a little session here about just batting as though there's the old days where there was no third ball rule, no second ball rule as it is today. Just got to take every run that you possibly can. I think if it hits you in the leg, goes in the corner, you just run.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, we saw from the last pair there of Ty Hopes and Mark Rice, 55 on the board. Not the most pacey, youthful players on the team, but they managed to steal three runs on either misfields or...
Yeah, I don't think Hopesy hit a ball, did he?
There was a couple off the leg, I think. But there's 55 runs on the board, mate.
Yeah,
so you tell me if you hit one.
Yeah, well, Ricey had 40 of those 55. And I mean, the 7 off Doig's last ball, which is power play over, double that to 14. That's huge in the context of the game. You know, he doesn't quite get that right, and we take a wicket. It's a big difference. 20-run turnaround, effectively, if you get that wicket.
Speaking of power plays, it was, I believe, Jacob Hennebury who took your power play over, bowling over.
Yep.
No wickets on that occasion. Went for a couple of runs, I think 10 or 12.
Yeah,
off the over.
I think maybe you're right. Maybe the learning from that is that the guys that take pace off might be harder to score off with this format. Like Jake bowls quick and bowls in swingers, and Scotty and Cruz just used the pace.
Yep.
Whereas the over before, Gas had bowled a beautiful over with the slower balls, and maybe that might be the way we go with it in the future games.
Are you surprised? Oh. Sorry. Yeah, it's just about to say, Brad Phillips there just chiming in with a little reminder stat. Poor Gas Wilson, late inclusion into the side.
Paul Hinchcliffe, we're calling him.
Paul Hinchcliffe, we're calling him. Fantastic. I'll get to Hinchy in a sec. But excellent figures from him. 4 wickets and had the ball on a string. You certainly happy with that little pickup as we see a little nick there from the batsman. Jimmy Groves just popping one through to Andy Bottega for a nice, easy take.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Gas bowled beautifully, and we had the discussion after 8 whether Gas might have been one of our guys to bowl 4 overs. As it turned out, JJ bowled really well as well, so he bowled the 4. But Gas is someone we'll probably use in one of the later games to bowl 4 overs. The trouble with the quicker guys, especially blokes that swing it,
there.
So Kim Forrest, Jacob Hennebury, those sort of guys, they're going to bowl some wides and leg sides.
Of course.
And if you're bowling 7-8 ball overs in a 5 ball over game, it's pretty costly. We bowled way too many wides. That's hurt us. Oh no.
Regulation catch there from Scotty Brown at the back net.
Don't mind the shot, just the execution.
Mind the shot?
Yeah.
Well, Kyle O'Brien bowling here has got himself 1 or 2 wickets so far on the over. He's been collected too. He does bowl a consistent line, something the batters can get on top of if they anticipate, do you think?
Had a good game though, hasn't he? Batted really well.
He batted
Declan Crowder batted the house down too. Looked really good.
Thought Louis Crawford looked good in the first pair also. Batting with Andy Bottega, sort of that steadying influence. There's a dive there from Zaid Reynolds-Harris, the first one we've seen in this match. And
I think Vinny's had about 3 dives on the other court.
All
unnecessary.
I suppose he's left his logo on the pitch somewhere. But we'll get to the all-important question you had 2 big outs today, Hinchy and Riley Cameron. I'm not sure when you got the news of those 2 coming out.
It was weird. We did the right thing. We had a training session on Friday, and then all looking good. Hinch told me he had a game of footy yesterday to go to, and he did his shoulder playing footy. Doesn't know how bad it is. He's gone to hospital today to get it looked at. And then Riley, literally within an hour of me finding that out, and we're still scrambling to try and replace Hinch. I got the message from Riley to say that he's also got a health issue and couldn't get here. So not ideal. To our 2 first picks plus one guy who was 100% going to bat in every game and bowl 4 overs a game with Hinchy, and then Riley, who's our keeper. Jimmy did a great job standing in as keeper, but he's just, he's more of a floater than a regular keeper.
See young Keegan Lynch coming into bowl here, and just sprays that one down leg side as well. So you might be getting some of these wides back here. Have you seen much of Keegan?
No, haven't seen him at all, but Hopesy did tell me a little bit about him. He's the kid from down south, is that right?
Yes,
yeah.
Indeed. Lovely. He's got a lovely shape. Unfortunately, he's just pushing it a little bit down that leg side line.
You get that ball onto the kneecap or that area, and it's going to be really hard to face, isn't it?
Yep, it is.
I love the concept of this day where some young guys like Keegan and Cruz, who's in this side as well, get to rub shoulders and play with the Nick de Grees and the Hopeseys and the Chris Prescotts and those guys who are playing Masters indoor cricket. It's fantastic.
And I don't know if you just picked up after that delivery there, we've had
whack.
Absolute
Run hard.
veterans. He's been hit there.
Am I allowed to coach while I'm on the commentary?
You can coach a bit if you like, mate. That's fine. We've got Nick de Grees, Mark Rice, Scotty Brown and Chris Prescott all encouraging and acknowledging the young fella. It's a tough environment. He wouldn't have played most of these guys ever in his career.
No.
And it would be a day you won't forget quickly, I would imagine.
Yeah, no, it's a sensational format, and hopefully it survives into next year. We'll tweak a few of the little bylaws, but it'll still be much the same as this.
I've got a feeling you don't want those wides rebowled.
No, I think that's a good rule. I think it keeps everybody honest. And then there's no grey area as well as to when blokes rebowl and so on. I just think.
Expensive over there from Keegan Lynch, 17 runs off it. His first one in this format, and probably one he'd like to put behind him. But I think we're going to see some great things from this young fella. Just quickly going through your batting lineup, of course, we're still in the opening pair here of Zaid and Jimmy. Do you actually have the other 3 pairs already set, or are you leaving it flexible?
We've got them set for the first 2 pairs because we just thought, regardless of what happens here, we're going to stick with the same first 4. So coming in next, we've got Kim Forrest and Benny McGilvray.
Yep.
Which is a bit odd, 2 left-handers. Generally you try to split your left-handers up, but they have a good chemistry. They bat pretty well together and know each other really well.
Obviously from the same club, yeah.
From the same centre, that's right. And then if everything goes to plan, then it would be Rook. So Craig Rookyard batting with Tristan third, and then tight run out.
Are we going to have a review here? We're going to have a review. No. Scotty Brown not happy. He's talking to Captain Mark Rice. Do we have a look? Do you want to have a look? Mark says no.
He is.
He's trying to convince him. They've got him up their sleeve. Why not? They've just come off the back of a 17-run over.
First look, I thought that was tight. That was really close. Yeah, so then our captain JJ batting with old man Doiger batting last. So the 2 that don't get a hit in this game are Gass, who came in for Hinch at the last minute, and Jacob Hennebury. And then we get Tommy coming in for the second game, Tom Stapleton.
Right, so he's your extra reserve player.
That's
coming
right.
in for Riley Cameron.
Yeah.
And tell us a bit about Tom. I haven't heard the name.
Yeah, I don't know Tom well, but he's played a bit of
shot there.
Played a bit of indoor junior nationals. Plays. I think they're trying to get him to play Super League at Leeming.
Yep. He's a junior.
He's a young fella. Yep.
Good.
And he bats apparently really well, and had quite a lot of indoor experiences even as a young bloke. Looks like we should get the skin here, barring a double wicket.
Well, you said it.
Oh, no, hang on. This is only the 4th over. There's another over.
Yep. No,
these rules are getting all of us.
Of course, this whole time we've had one of the other legends of the game, Nick de Grees, coming into bowl. He was just supposed to be coach. He wasn't actually meant to play, but of course with Callum Wiggers not being able to recover from his injury in time, Nick de Grees has stepped into the 11-man squad.
I just asked.
Could still play.
Sorry to interrupt. I just asked Nicko before when they'd had 2 pairs that batted, and I said to Nicko, so you're batting 3rd or 4th? And he said, no, I won't be picking up a bat. He said, I haven't picked up a bat in 8 months. And he said, that's not going to change today.
Well, a little bit of inside information there for Team Hully. If he doesn't bat, well, you've got no weakness to target. Not that Nick de Grees is a weakness by any stretch of the imagination. He is one of the all-time great players of indoor cricket. He has, several accolades to his name. I won't go into them now, but
hopefully he does have a bat later in the day, because that's what you're here for. You're here to
see
participate. So
Maybe a Nick DeGrease and Keegan Lynch combination. Something like that would be good to see later in the day. See Andy, is it? No, it's Pip. Pip come in. Right. He's going to spray that one down the side.
With Hinchy not here, I reckon Prescott's about the best bowler in the comp, pound for pound. Can bowl rapid outswingers, can bowl an off-cutter, and even a slower off-spinner. So he's got pretty much all bases covered. He'll bowl 4 overs for sure.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, there's a ledge there, put down. Can't blame Pateka for putting that one down. What a bullet.
Would have been out in outdoor cricket.
Yeah. Second ball called by the umpire. They haven't taken the bowling power play here, it would seem. I think it's a fair bet to say.
You can't in the last over of a pair.
I can't in the last over of the pair. Sorry, beg your pardon.
Yeah.
Rules. Oh, look at that.
Got a run. Jimmy got caught ball watching there. Missed it and thought I'm gone, but Botts had missed it as well.
Botts.
Absolutely.
Yep.
That's the thing. He'd probably be the quickest here. Plus, he hoops it. Him and maybe Jacob Hennebury. Yeah, that's all right. But I will. I've outstayed my welcome.
No, that's all right. With a couple of balls left, he probably wants to have a word to the next pair while they go in. Oh, great stuff there from the young fella. Keegan Lynch diving forward, gets the run out, and Jimmy Groves wants to take a look. He's called the review. All right, folks, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get a zoom in here on the TV screen for you. Top right-hand corner of the picture here, as we thank Mark Hullett for his comments here. We'll hand back over to Brad Phillips. And we have our first review.
Thank you, Stevie, and thanks,
corner.
Brad.
Good luck, Hully. Thanks, mate. The umpire here just getting the replay up on the screen. He, of course, will be just navigating the buttons. It is a super slow-mo replay, and it's been confirmed as out. Team Nicko are celebrating the obvious. That is out, and the batting team have lost their first review. And there you go, folks. Technology in indoor cricket. Meet Brad Phillips. Welcome back to the box.
Yeah, mate, it's an interesting thing. I know the guys were taking a bit of a stat for the midweek challenges, and I know that the umpires are right over 90% of the time.
Is it only 90? Oh, you umpire, so you're probably rounding it off. If it was Cochrane, I think the number would be a little higher. He is a premier umpire.
7%.
There you go. Well, they say most stats are made up on the spot. I'd say
and I've done well with that
about 50% of stats are made up on the spot, but I think you bang on with that one. And a much-needed wicket there for Team Nicko, just to stem the flow a little bit. Keegan Lynch doing the work, the young gun. Great fielding. Jimmy Groves on strike. 2 to come. Oh, wow. What a peach. Full, fast, swinging away late. Jimmy Groves able to get a paper clip on that. And that same in-swinging ball to Zaid Reynolds-Harris. You'll see that leg stump flying. I'm going to call it. Oh my
Stevie
Lord.
Howe. Put the kiss of death on them there, and it's nearly come off.
28 runs and a skin, a valuable point. I think fair to say the first one is looking at the other court here. It is the first one. The first skin of this indoor bash tournament has gone to Team Hully with 28 runs, chasing 123. They are pretty much on par, but they're going to need that from every pair, or they're going to need a Ty Hopes-esque 55 somewhere in this batting partnership. We heard from Coach Mark Hullett during the first pair there, the intent of batting certain players together, depending on how it goes. We have Ben McGilvray and Kim Forrest, the 2 left-handers, batting for Team Hully in the second pair. We have the so far unseen Craig Rookyard and Tristan Emmerich, brief appearances on the field, batting potentially third pair, and closing it out for the win will be Jacob Johnson, and Jacob Johnson will be batting with, must be Doigie, Steve Russell, I think.
Looks like they've just had a bit of a sub with the fielding team here, brought on Ty Hopes and
Cruz Harvey-Connell making an appearance, indeed.
Trying to see who's come off. Keegs has come off, and
I don't think Hopes has made an appearance yet.
No.
Has he?
He's up with Woz at the moment, but he's definitely on.
No, he's up. Sorry, I beg your pardon. He's talking to the umpire. How did we miss that? So young Keegan Lynch has come off after a great run out there in the field. Andy Pateka and Chris Prescott taking a break. I think he's just going to check his messages, rest his arm, put the P's on, he'll definitely be coming back for another overall 3 after that great bowling effort there. So on the field for Team Nicko, we have Scotty Brown at the back sticks. Nick de Grease looks like he's going to open the bowling. We've got Declan Crowder on the 2 line. Kyle O'Brien possibly fielding front court. Hard to tell. Ty Hopes will definitely be fielding front court. We've got Lewis Crafford on the legs. Cruz Harbour-Connell with the gloves, and Mark Rice, captain, on the field. Possibly on the other 2 line. That's where he belongs, isn't it?
Just having a look on the other court, Stevie, we've had our first 60 for the tournament. Opening pair on Team Fonts.
Wow.
Scored 60, chasing 42.
Do I ask who was batting or should I ask who was bowling?
I think I saw Josh Fontana come out with a bat in his hand, so
well,
I think it was Fonts Jr. and someone else.
Well, will we be able to access those scorecards a little later on? Or, of course, if you want to switch channels, the Indoor Sports WA live stream, both courts are being live streamed, folks. We are on the WACA here with a match between Team Nicko and Team Hully, and on the MCG, if you want to tune into that one and switch between the 2, we have Team Fonts and Team Rhino. On the bowl here, Nick de Grease, first ball, and a lovely shot off the legs there from Ben McGilvray for 2. Just checking the bat there on the way through, making sure it hit dead on middle. I think it did, son. I think it did. Oh,
that is out.
Wow.
What a field, what a field.
Great effort there. Declan Crowder off balance, falling into the net. Direct hit, middle stump. Don't matter who you are, that's out.
Sitting right behind that one, Steve. It didn't look like missing.
No. Scotty Brown just got out of the way. Took doubt out of that. Umpire Was Cockram had no doubt at all. Nick de Grease just taking the pace off that one. Do you reckon he's lost a yard or 2 since his heyday?
He would argue that he hasn't.
Tell you what, he's still got the right movement. Oh, a little fumble there. Yep, just showing the fingers. I had it. He's saying, didn't see the ball coming till the last second. Opportunity goes begging for, this should be out. Oh, no, he's got back. Oh. Mark Hullett saying these 2 having good chemistry, having batted together for many years at the highest level. Striker, that one just narrowly missing the spot. Yep.
If that's narrow, Steve, I'd love to buy some real estate off you if that's a narrow miss.
That one that was a wide on the MCG. Oh, tap here. A little bit more than that. Of course, wides, leg sides being rebowled in every over, so it's expensive. Looks like Masseuse has arrived. That's fantastic news. Paul Wilson just, there we go. My. That is very relaxing. He's working the sore spots out. Oh.
For those of you who can't see this, Paul Wilson giving Stevie Howell a massage just in the commentary
box. Might want to
here.
save those magic fingers for the ball, mate. That was fantastic bowling earlier in the innings.
How you going,
I'm very relaxed now, mate. Very relaxed now. Kyle O'Brien with the ball in hand, and he can certainly generate some pace when he wants to, but he's going to be bowling to familiar territory. These are teammates, folks. Here we go. Game on. Yep, good lines, good areas. Half a chance in the front court there. Now, Ty Hope's in the position that he owns. There isn't anyone on the planet who does it better. Just on that offside field there. Are we going to see one of those infamous left-hand flicks to the top end for an easy wicket?
We'd have to see that. Yeah,
we've got to see it.
I was just looking, Steve. There is some strong shoe game happening today.
A strong shoe game?
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Nicko's got some Steph Currys on. There's some Jordan Wynots up this end. Pete Lewis is always strong with his shoe game.
Vinny Sandy's got to have something up his wardrobe as well. He's on the other court at the moment. I wonder if we can get our cameraman to zoom in on some of this footwear. Just show you folks what we're having to contend with here.
Some white and gold Jordan Wynots there, I think they are.
Yep. No, they aren't regular moccasins. They're going to be interested in taking a second look there. Good effort off his own bowling there, Kyle O'Brien. He's doing a good job here for his team. Halfway through the 7th over. So Second over for this pair. Those watching on at home. 10 runs. Even Stevens. Game on. Still anybody's game. They're going to want to get a few wickets going here.
They're definitely going to want to get this skin. Chasing 10.
Lovely ball there. Change up there from Kyle O'Brien. Fools Ben McGilvray's club teammate.
Second ball here.
Can you make out what pair of shoes Declan Crowder's wearing there on the 2 line? They look like leather, tan, something going on there. Wide. Oh, he's got another opportunity here. He's going to have a look at it. And he's given it out. Direct hit. Is that every night of the week, wasn't it?
He's looking for a challenge there. He was signalling that on the bat.
He's just checking with his teammates on the side. They had a very good look, and I think Jacob Hennebury there saying, "No, you were gone, son."
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, Tristan Emmerich too.
A little bit of a late call there from Woz, and I think Scotty Brown was about to go up for a challenge again there, but the finger was raised.
Can't fool Woz into giving something out that wasn't out. He's just making sure.
Has he challenged it? He has challenged it.
Oh, okay. No, we've missed that. There was an immediate challenge for the run out here. This will be surprising, particularly if it's the vision is blurred. The out call will remain. If it's inconclusive, umpire's call will remain. He might have to go to another view here. The umpire, there are actually multiple cameras, folks, so he can switch view, and he's doing that. He's doing that here, so he's actually taking the camera from the other court to get the bowler's view. Wonderful technology, this stuff. High definition cameras. They got the bowler right next to there. Kyle, was that out, mate? He's
going with
he's giving the indication. So 2-3 inches out, would say.
We are now using the metric system, Stevie.
We are. I'm not sure if he's still investigating this. Oh, of course. Okay, so the camera angle on that occasion can see the batsman, but not the stumps in the same frame. And I think we might have a decision here of inconclusive on the review. Umpire's call stands.
And I think the review doesn't get used then if it's inconclusive, Steve.
That's correct. So they retain their review, the batsmen, who unfortunately are going to cop the wicket. And it appears to be the case. I'm not sure what the mid-pitch conference is all about here.
Just taking up a little bit of time, Stevie, making the batters think about it.
We're too busy talking. We might not have seen the call there. Hey, Ricey, given? Ricey, that was given. Not out. Okay. Looks like we missed something there. It was given not out.
We don't miss much, Stevie.
So perhaps there was a conclusive angle there. We are a fair way from those cameras, but the players have the advantage of getting nice and close, and of course the umpire has his own screen. So there's really no doubt when it comes to what the technology says. So a bit of a reprieve for Team Hully. Real estate?
Absolutely. Does that narrow that one, Steve?
That was narrow. Mark Rice is grabbing his shoulder there. Probably squeaking just a bit. Oh, there we go. Oh, would have had him.
Absolutely.
Would have had him with that tap it hit. Great effort there from Mark Rice.
Is there anyone better than that, than Mark Rice?
If you're talking about unnecessary athleticism in the field, I think Vinny Sandhu takes the cake on those sorts of taps. But yes, he is extremely capable. Lovely shot there.
Lovely down up.
Ben McGilvray. Lovely shot. Thinking of athletic efforts, I do remember a World Cup game that Mark Rice played in. I think they were playing New Zealand, and he was fielding on the 2 line and had one of the most sensational run-outs I've ever seen. In a low-scoring game, I think Australia are only defending about 40 or 50 odd. And he charged in from behind the 2 line, grabbed the ball off the net, so it hadn't hit the net, saved it from the net, turned around in the one motion, threw it mid-air while he's still turning around. Direct hit, batter was out by 2 inches and turned the game. Australia's tied. So that's the kind of thing Mark Rice can do. 1 ball left in the over here. Nothing too special so far from either side, just regulation 2s, and that's really, really good batting from these two, isn't it?
Very solid.
Not a lot of smiles on the faces of Team Nicko at the moment. A little bit of concern here. They've got 27 runs.
2 to go.
With 2 overs to go. Looking through the bowling options, they do have Ty Hopes, presumably will be bowling 4 overs here. I'm not quite sure who the other one will be yet. It's not obvious. But, they've got Cruz Harbour Connell can possibly bowl. We've got Declan Crowder coming in now. Quick leggies. Lovely shot there from Ben McGilvray. Geez, he's batting the house down, isn't he? Really nothing silly from these two. Beautiful batting. Yeah, lovely shot.
And there's that Ty Hopes little left-handed flick.
Yep. And tap down there, but very quick between the wickets, these two. I think there's no doubt in that one. A straight one there from Crowder. He does have the variation. If he gets that length just a little bit short, particularly with the height of these two batters, they're just going to bang 2s all day. He needs to just get it up there a little bit. Oh, goes for the quicker one.
Ooh, makes the side net.
Yeah, mistake there from the captain. I'm not sure he was convinced it hit, but I think it was pretty obvious that it did. That's a better ball. And wow. An equally good shot.
And as equally strong shoe game as well.
Yes.
Looks like he's got the Asics orange and black Quantums on.
Orange and black Quantums.
I think they are.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
that
waiting
was
to see Peter Lewis, though. Peter Lewis came in with an absolute rocking pair of Jordans this morning.
No, he'll be on the other court at the moment. We'll get to see a little bit of Peter Lewis. Oh, he's about to go in and bat. Sorry, he is batting with Ethan Benson in the next pair over on the MCG, where Team Fonts are 75 after, I'd say that's probably over in pair there. So they're on 77, chasing 148. Game's in the balance there. The game is in the balance here. We're in the 10th over. Oh, of course. We've got Chris Prescott to come back on. He'll be the other bowler bowling 4 along with Ty Hopes, who is coming on to bowl his first over now for Team Nicko. Hands on hips from Captain Mark Rice. They're not thrilled with their progress at the moment, but it is an even game, and they do have a bowling power play up their sleeve. I love it.
Lovely 2 to start with.
Just plays for the straight one and gets it. Ty Hopes, for those who have been living under a rock and have no idea what he bowls, it's pretty much everything. He has a leggy, he has a wrong, and he has a flipper. He has a quicker ball. Oh. He can bowl a bouncer if he wants. And
never seen that.
You can't. He bowled one to me because I reverse swept him once, and then the next ball I got was head high. He is one of the hardest bowlers to pick in indoor cricket.
Another lovely 2 there.
But so far, these two are doing a good job. 3 balls down, 2 to go. Nothing troubles him so far. Let's see if we can rip one past the edge.
That's the one.
Mm-hmm. Oh. I think the batsman on this occasion was waiting for a straighter one, because that's the one that gets you, the one that goes straight on. Gave one that ripped him. I'm gonna call the wrong in here. Watch Cruz Harbour Connell here. Yep. But it was too short, and it was easily put away. Kept off the net. Super ball, however, will still cost them the extra run. So 42 runs from these two. That's an excellent effort from Ben McGilvray and Kim Forrest to put Team Hully ever so slightly on top in this match. Brad, how do you see it?
It's going to be interesting. I think this is the pair. This is going to almost like the third quarter, isn't it? Premiership quarter here.
It is, and it's we heard earlier from Coach Hully. He had the first 2 pairs locked in. He wasn't sure, but he's gone with his earlier intent here of Tristan Emmerich and Craig Rookyard, and I think you will find this is the pair they're going to target. I reckon they're going to get Pitt back in the game. They're going to bowl their bowling power play to these two, the perceived weaker batters of the 3 pairs. Not that they're not incapable. Craig Rookyard, of course, a 2 or 3-time MVP in the men's B-grade division with plenty of A-grade experience. Tristan Emmerich, another one of these A-B grade regulars for the Striker Lehman Club. Both of them very capable with the bat, but I think you'll find Team Nicko, this is their opportunity here to get back into this game. And we have Lewis Crawford with the ball for Team Nicko. Talk us through it, Brad.
Oh,
Just
nice
logging
2
back
to
in.
start. Full pitch delivery.
Yep. Haven't seen too many second balls. I think that's probably key to Team Hully's innings, as you see a wide there from Louis Crawford. An expensive one because they'll have to re-bowl it.
As they do with all of them,
Yeah,
Stevie.
yeah, as they do with all of them. That one there, narrowly down the leg side. Oh,
Nice shot.
full.
Oh, that was close.
Full and driven by Tristan. Done well there. But yes, team Mark Hully earlier in the first pair when he was in the commentary box was saying, don't even think about the second ball. Just play your normal games. And that's exactly what they've done. Rarely an opportunity for a second ball situation for Team Nicko here, and they're going to want to get a few of those happening to bring the field more into play here. Yeah, good early call for one. Good tap there from Keegan Lynch. I think a direct tap might have been interesting.
He's run that through nice and well, almost at the
has.
back net there.
It's probably a good early yes call. I think it was Craig Rookyard that called the yes on that one. Here's an opportunity with a good flick, and unfortunately a little bit too high there from Pip. No, it's a very, very good opening over. 11 runs, which included the wide. So the wides are expensive. They are on 81 runs with 8 overs to go.
Interested to see when we get this bowling power play, Stevie.
Well, if you're anything like the way Team Hully approach it, they're going to want a solid over, you know, a wicket or something, just to open the door for those nerves to creep in. Maybe a 2 or 3 wicket over would be fantastic, and then bowl your bowling power play.
Here we go.
Make the batters sink. So it's going to be Ty Hopes to bowl what we believe is going to be his second of 4 overs. And I think this might be the plan here. Craig Rookyard would have faced Ty a couple of times, but not as much as some of the other batters.
Ooh,
There's a chance.
Thick edge. Ty, just noticed there, Ty put a little bit more on that one.
He did,
To the first
he did
over.
indeed. And Louis Crawford there, jumping high on the backswing, anticipating the down up shot. If he just kept on the ground, he might have had a chance at that catch. That's well played. Just tad short of a length. Ty with a few choice words to say. A little bit of a stare down, a little bit of a stare down perhaps to the young fella. How dare you hit me for 2? Yeah, well bowled, well played. Just drops it in front and they sneak a single. Oh, it's the wrong one.
There's the wrong one.
Cuts him in half, beats him all ends up.
And no wicket, there's a great result for the batting team.
It's a better over here from Team Nicko. Just the 5 runs from it so far. Can he get a wicket? Oh, now. There's some interesting batting. What do you talk us through that shot, Brad? What was that?
Well, I think he's gone for it. He's chased that ball out nice and wide and made sure he got some connection there. So, but a nice easy 2.
Oh, Struth, that was a little more than using your feet. That was jaywalking. He's crossed the street to hit that one and made sure he got every piece. It's not unintelligent batting. He had every possible variation covered there. Said, well, either I'm going to hit it or you're going to hit me, and either way I'm going to be halfway down the pitch and hope that my batting partner is up to the task of getting to the other end, which of course he was. And we see Chris Prescott coming into bowl now. Have they taken the bowling power play? I'm going to keep a closer eye on the umpire, at least on the scorecard. We're not sure. That's in. That's inside the line. Good bowling.
Great start.
Of course, we've never had a power play in indoor cricket, therefore we don't have an umpiring signal. I'm not sure how keen the umpire is. Oh, to roll his arm around. Billy Bowden style to indicate the power play, but will we have 2 runs there? Here we go. Just kept it out.
Was with the second ball call here. Score must change.
Yeah, one of these rare second ball scenarios for Team Nicko. They would love to have had a few more. Score must change. What's he going to do? Oh, cuts him in half again. And a chance. Oh, the keeper's missed. Oh, my. Another opportunity goes begging for Team Nicko. Cruz Harbour there missing out on the clean take and then missing out on the rebound. All he needed to do was have that little flick hit and he would have had him dead to rights, I think. There we go. Finally, Topov. Don't get excited, Brad.
I'm just thinking about Mr. Prescott letting the batter know just in the last ball before that.
And it was indeed the power play because it was a 10 runs come off the score there. So that was the bowling power play from Team Nicko, and they got a bit more out of that than Team Hully. I think score was 18 before that one, so they've got -7 off that over. Thanks to that last delivery from Chris Prescott, crashing through the defence of Tristan Emmerich. And a much-needed double wicket there for Team Nicko. Gets the game back into balance as we see the young Keegan Lynch coming on to bowl his second over. He'll be hoping for an improvement on his first.
Bit of an unorthodox run-up. He makes full use of the pitch here. Comes out on virtually a right angle and then straightens himself up.
Makes full use of the ball too. Has seen tremendous amount of movement in his first over, albeit a little wayward, and I've gone and done it. Mocker for Steve, please.
There you go again, Stevie.
I'm just going to shut up now.
Stevie, come on.
I said nothing. I said nothing. Maybe if I don't look. Pip's coming. Give me a bit of advice. Nerves creeping in for the young fella here. That's lovely.
There we go.
That's lovely.
Right hand.
That's out. That is lovely. And, oh, come on, son. They're cheering for you. Get in on that huddle. I think despite the wicket, he's still unhappy with his first two deliveries. Yep. And you've got Kyle O'Brien. Everyone is experienced with this young fella. He is only 15 years old, I believe. He might be 16. I'll check his birth date on that one. Kyle O'Brien is saying, yep, keep it swinging into the hit, mate. We'll get a wicket every time. Just a little bit too hard. He needs to straighten up. I think he's getting enough advice out there. We won't give him any. We'll just watch the fireworks when he gets it right. There you go. There you go. There's going to be another one here. Oh, no. Appeal. Is there an appeal for obstruction? The hand was up in the air there from Chris Prescott. I think hard to call an obstruction in that scenario. Brad Phillips, everyone running in the middle there.
And they're all friends here as well.
They are. It's huddles during the game and cuddles afterwards. Lovely little down out for two there. Keegan Lynch still got a couple to go though, courtesy of the earlier wides in the over. And a tap here possibly.
A single there.
Missed out on two there. The delivery was a little too wide. Should have been put away for two. We'll take the one though. Score moves along to 16 with 1 over and 1 ball remaining. So a great comeback from Team Nicko here. Can they finish with a wicket? It's going to be in the air for a second and not taken, but kept off the back net by Declan Crowder. So the young fella finishes with figures of 1 for 25 unless they intend to bowl him 2 more times in this match. Over to go. Game in the balance, Brad.
I reckon Team Hully have put themselves on top here, Stevie. With, 6 overs left, chasing 123.
6 overs left, chasing 123, and assuming we've picked it, we've got 2 overs to be bowled from Ty Hopes and 2 more overs to be bowled by Chris Prescott, and roughly 35 runs to win. It's not a given. It's anyone's game, and I believe
we've called the bowling power play.
They've called the bowling and they've used the batting power play, have they not? Yep. So both have been used, and it is textbook indoor cricket from here on in, folks. If you can call this anything but textbook, there's a final over. Declan Crowder to bowl it, so they're going to save. They're going to save their bowling juice for the end.
Nice easy chop for 2.
Yeah,
there.
no, it's too short there. Plenty of time to rock back and bang it down. He wants to pitch it up and invite the drive. Get that little outside edge. Well, talk us through that one, Brad.
Well, it definitely wasn't a drive.
No. It's a pivot.
Played across that.
Call that the pirouette.
Ooh,
Oh!
chance.
That's a toink. That's a Ricky Ponting. And no place in indoor cricket for that shot, but he gets away with 2 runs. Very interesting. Yep, that's a lovely delivery. Got the length right on that occasion, and nearly one of those miraculous catches at point by Ty Hopes, or was it Lewis Crawford that he found the belly of?
I think it was Ty Hopes.
Judging by the belly, I'd say he'd have a greater chance of hitting Ty Hopes. But
Lovely downer.
2 scored, yep. Well and truly over the head of Kyle O'Brien. No extras on that occasion, so smart bowling from Declan Crowder. Goes for 4, being the Super Bowl, and that is 27 runs from the third pair. And in come Jacob Johnson and Steve Doigie Russell to bring it home for Team Hully.
First pair of shorts we've seen today, Steve.
Now, I'm sure there's a rule somewhere, but given that that one wasn't read out at the start of our broadcast here, other than the matching shirts, which I think is a given, it would seem that long pants not required.
And significant padding on those batting gloves as well.
Yes, there is. He's certainly taken a backyard cricket approach here. Jacob Johnson, very, very capable batter. Steve Doigie Russell too. No mug with the bat, but I've got to say between these two, it's like your Ty Hopes, Mark Rice combination. They'll be targeting the less pacey of the two. The less pacey. To coin that phrase now. Put it right up there with Vinny Sandhu's Maximo. The less pacey. Alrighty. We have Dr. Rice coming into bowl now.
Dr. Rice.
Dr. Rice. I think he's a doctor. He's wearing glasses after all. Mark Rice, All-Australian. Open skipper.
Great start.
Yep. Full and wide. Dot ball. Second ball. And this is the kind of pressure they want to put these two under. Can they make that scoreboard flash for the first time today? No. Tried to entice a reverse sweep there. Jacob Johnson having none of it with that leg side delivery. And that's a waste. Oh dear.
A bit full that one, and that's out. Yeah. Solid set of hands there at the back stumps. Scotty Brown.
You'd have to say that was deliberate from Mark Rice. I think you knew if I just serve a pancake and that thing gets put into the middle of the back net, I'll have Scotty Brown there to tidy up for me.
I'd say
that was all planned, wasn't it, Ricey? 100%. Yeah, no, there you go. Confirmation from the bowler. That was all in the plan. You've got to look out for these little discussions between back net and bowler.
Facial expression didn't say that though, Stevie.
I'm not sure that was part of the plan.
Oops. Now he's limping. He's looked like maybe is it a quad? He's holding the quad.
No, we'll help him out here. He's a righty, Ricey. He's a righty, mate.
Just giving that quad a bit of a rub.
Yep. They can't afford any more injuries. Team Nicko, they haven't had one in this game, but if they lose another player. Of course, the great Callum Wiggers absent from today's contest. Would he have been fun to watch today? The only man I've ever seen. He's tried the full one again, and I think he's going to be called, is he? No? Got away with it. Yeah, he is struggling a little bit.
Wincing after every ball.
Possibly that warm-up routine before the game wasn't quite enough. Yep. Yeah, he slowed down a bit there. Ooh. Stevie Russell getting on top of that one for 2 and a bit of everything in that over. We have a couple of wides. We had a dot ball to start, second ball situation. We had a full toss go for 7, which was then run out. Another full toss put away for 3 that should have been put away for more. And in the wash, we are on 103 runs, 21 required from 4 overs, which we don't know for sure, but judging by the fact that Ty Hopes has just picked up the ball, he's going to be one of the 2 bowlers bowling 4, and you would think that the number 1 ranked bowler in this tournament in Chris Prescott, having pinched that mantle from the absent Clint Hinchcliffe, will bowl the other 2. So still a tall order for Team Hully having to face these 2 guys twice. The only advantage, the only respite being that they will at least get to see them. before they face the second over,
Ty Hope's
so they know what to
third
do.
over, so let's see what he pulls
A
out.
wry smile on the face of Steve Doggy Russell there going, oh,
What do we
no,
reckon?
I can't pick
Wrong on
you.
first ball? Wrong on first
I
ball?
think this is going to go straight through the defences here.
There it is. Ooh.
Makes himself room, puts it away for an easy 2. Now, of the few people that have no fear against Ty Hopes, I'm pretty sure JJ's one of them. Pete Nall ends up.
You've been on fire today, Stevie. Absolutely on fire.
He thought about it. He goes, I have a little swing here. He's having a chuckle too. And he goes, you keep bowling those. I'll pick one eventually. Second ball situation here. Gives him the same delivery and he somehow gets away with a 2.
Down for 2.
There we go. With the ripping leggy this time, perhaps. Oh, he smothered it nicely. Smothered it nicely.
And he's got a bit of a smile as well.
He's employed the Tristan Emmerich approach there of jaywalking
No
and
police on
smothering
site,
the ball.
so it's legal in here.
Oh,
that's a
yeah.
lovely shot.
Saw it, got onto it. Oh, now that would have been interesting on the replay. Had that hit from Scotty Brown, but it's a lovely intent there from Jacob Johnson, charging Ty Hopes, putting him to the back net for 4 runs. And that's an excellent over from these two.
Sit there and hopes he's so far none for 22.
Yep. None for 22 off 3 overs.
Not often you would see that from Ty Hopes.
No. But we've got Pip coming on to bowl now. Chris Prescott. He will be generating some serious pace, but like we saw from Andy Bottega and Mark Rice earlier, Jacob Johnson is not afraid of a bit of pace, and if he gets one pitched up, he will go on the front foot and drive. So I think we're going to see just short of a length here from Chris Prescott. Yep, that's lovely.
And you'd think after facing over from Ty Hopes, you could have a little bit of relaxation into your game, and then you see Chris Prescott coming down.
Yeah, but just chose that one off the leg there. A little tap there from Nick de Grease. Just wide of the mark on that occasion.
I can hear myself fine. He's very, very quiet.
That's the batter they want to target here. Steve Russell, perceived wicket's going to come from somewhere, and early no call there from the batter. Misfield. They could have probably stolen the single, but probably wise under the circumstances not to force it. They need only 6 runs.
Second ball call.
With 2 and a bit overs to go. Second ball indeed.
Oh, there you go. That's a wicket.
There's a catch. There's a catch.
Safe hands.
Yep. And there's that intent again from JJ. He took a step forward to get that into a fuller length delivery. Played the little chip. Couldn't get past the very fast moving Scotty Brown. The Panther.
The Panther.
No, he moved like one on that occasion. I think that's him for the day. He's done. But, a good full ball there. He's got a chance here. That's out. That's out.
Wow.
That was...
We've got the batter. The batter's challenging that.
He's going to have another look. I think he's cooked. He's absolutely cooked.
Challenge that from the ground.
Yep. No, he attempted the dive. I think the shorts held him up there. Had he had the long pants, he would have gone the full Vinny Sandhu half-quarter length, whatever pitch dive. And his hands on knees scrambling in what's her name? The senator who's on her hands and knees all the time. The Linda Burney. What's her name? No, anyway.
Steve, you by yourself on that one?
I am by myself. It'll come to me in a minute. And I think this is gone. I think this is gone.
This is out.
Yep.
I think. Let's see. All eyes on the screen. Here we go. That is out. Great decision from Woz. As I said before, 92.7% of the time he is correct.
Exactly.
And if you'd asked Woz the other percentage, he'd still be right. It's just a problem with technology. So that wicket's made this game very interesting. Chris Prescott, 5 for neg 12.
Yep, that's why he's in there.
Wow.
He is the premier bowler, and
I think the next bowler would be upset at you calling him that, because Ty Hopes is about to come on for his 4th over. Searching for a wicket. That's a great shot.
Yep. Yeah, well played.
Played that down from 0. Second ball called. Let's see what happens here. Are we going to run out to the ball like last couple of times?
Hopefully it'll be a graceful run out. None of this Lydia Thorpe stuff from...
that's a
gone.
big
And,
shot.
yep.
Not
Took
often
him on, danced him down. There's smiles all around.
Runs right in front of him and lets him know about it.
You can never write Ty hopes off. He'll say, yep, you can have that one. I'll take the next one. Let's see if the great man still has it in him. Yeah, good pitch. Good length ball. Rips it past the outside edge of the forward defence of Jacob Johnson, who just... all he can do is laugh. It is second ball, wouldn't they love a wicket here? There is still 7 runs required from the Chris Prescott over.
Here we go.
Yeah, well played. Yep. Jaywalking again.
This has set it up beautifully, Steve.
Indeed. We have a thriller.
4 off the last, needing 5 off the last over for win.
And Chris Prescott to bowl. Now, I don't want to put the mocker on anybody.
Because you've been going absolutely beautifully today, Stevie.
But the wides and leg sides are going to be extremely expensive here.
Don't expect too many wides.
Not from Chris Prescott. I think we're just going to see raw pace right up in... I'm not going to... He'll save one for the block hole, but you're going to find, I reckon, 4 out of 5 of these right at the hip of Jacob Johnson and bring that front court into play. I think, given the bowler, 1 wicket will do it. Not to put the mocker on anybody. Just saying. Here we go.
Great start.
Good length ball, very good defensive shot. Stevie Doggy Russell sucking in the big ones here. Wouldn't you like to be a fly on the wall in his brain? Oh, chops it down for 1. Gave himself some room. Prescott targeting the stumps on that occasion. Top of off, exactly where to bowl. There is 1 run in it, folks. 3 balls remaining in the match. Team Nicko need a wicket. Oh, and the block hole. Beautiful.
Ball. All right, we got second ball with 2 left. Stevie?
What do you bowl? What do you bowl? Same ball?
Exactly.
Get that front court tap? Yep. Anything short of a length, JJ's just going to back away and bang it down for a 1 or a 2 and it's game over. Here we go.
He's gone a bit shorter.
Oh, he's gone a bit shorter. Here comes the tap.
There was the chance. It's all tied up, Stevie, with 1 left.
It's tied up with a ball to go. Folks, we said it was going to be great and it's going to be entertaining, and that's exactly what we've got. We have the last ball of the Indoor Bash, game number 1. The 2023 Indoor Bash scores are tied at 123.
Nothing on the rule sheet as to what happens on a tied game, Stevie?
No
idea.
No, under the circumstances it will be, the points are split, the skins will be split. These 2 will walk out with effectively the same points from the game, and the ladder will continue as per normal. But can you honestly see a dot ball happening here?
If any bowler's going to do it, I think this is the bowler.
I think we're going to see JJ just take off here. They're going to risk it for the biscuit. Here we go. And he's off. He's running, and they've got it. They've chased it down. Team Hully have come away with an upset victory against the favoured Team Nicko in Game 1 of the 2023 Indoor Bash with a thrilling finish. 2 runs, doubled being Super Ball, of course, to 4 off the last ball. They walk away with a 127 to 123 victory in this game. Brad Phillips, wasn't that fun?
That was an amazing start to the tournament. I think you're right, a bit of an upset here.
Yeah, look, at the start of the match here, we saw Team Hully struggling with the bat with only 33 runs, I think it was, off the first 2 pairs of their innings. That was followed up by a great finish, great 2 pairs, putting on about 80 or something to put the score at 123 for Team Nicko. And then Team Hully coming in to chase, pretty much in the end, 4 consistent pairs, getting them across the line. Didn't lose their heads. Some great coaching there from Mark Hullett, just to say, guys, nothing silly. We probably the turning point in that final pair there is Steve Doggy Russell charging the great Tie Hopes and dispatching him to the back net for 7 runs. I'm just going to go bring up the scorecard here as the second game over in the MCG seems to have finished. Just talk us through that one, Brad, while I bring up some stats.
Looking like Team Rhinos had a good win over there, 148 to 101. And as we said before, it's looking like that mid-120s is around what a winning score looks like.
Yep. I think that's set the tone for the day, indeed. Now, just looking at the stats here, we've got it. Look, and stats aren't going to work the way normal stats do because, of course, you've got some guys that haven't batted. You've got some guys that are bowling 4 overs instead of 2. But a couple of standout performers from the game for Team Hully. Craig Rookyard, believe it or not, finished on top of those numbers. Of course, he didn't bowl, so we need to take that with a pinch of salt. But he had 20 runs to his name. Ben McGilvray